Welcome back to Great Day Washington. This segment is sponsored by Eastern's Automotive Group. Right here in Washington, D.C. is the Armed Forces Retirement Home, our nation's oldest home for enlisted veterans. These men and women served our country and now take a look at a group who looks to help serve them. Kristen recently spoke with distinguished veterans. Here is our story.
Tucked away on over 200 acres in our nation's capital, a stone's throw from the house where President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, sits a building that houses many of our nation's heroes.
It's a wonderful oasis in the middle of D.C., and I just don't think there's a better place for veterans to live.
The Armed Forces Retirement Home was founded in 1851. It is the country's oldest retirement community for enlisted military veterans.
You walk where Lincoln walked. You walk on the same ground, you know? And all those soldiers that were here during the Civil War.
Christine Engel is a U.S. Army veteran who loves taking part in all the home's activities, especially the art classes led by fellow resident and U.S. Air Force veteran Fred Lehman.
It's been the best decision I've ever made. My sister comes to visit and she tells everybody I live in a castle.
Fred's been a resident for 4 years. He's the chairman of the Residents Council, maintains the golf course, teaches art classes.
And I call bingo, don't forget that. That's important.
The most important.
That's the most important.
But what is most important is the camaraderie built between these veterans who share a common bond of service.
Well, I get rid of all my anger because I can take it out on the Navy people and the Army people. We fight among ourselves. We'll argue about who did the best and who did what, who's the greatest and who saved the world, but when it comes down to it, we're all in the same.
There's a bond here that you will find nowhere else.
The one thing I am really looking forward to is the first Space Force resident.
For U.S. Navy veteran David Katzel, this place is extra special.
I'm sort of unique in the fact that I got married while I was here.
Really?
And my wife lives here with me.
The home's mission of vibrant living is supported by the Old Soldiers Home Foundation. Founded in 2017 by one of the home's residents, David Pauling, a veteran of the U.S. Marines who served in the Korean War. David passed away in early 2021, but his legacy lives on in the work of the foundation.
The way we like to describe it is we like to build on the margin of excellence that the home provides here. They do an incredible job taking care of the residents, but it is a government agency, and so they're limited by what they can do as far as funding, and so we try to come in and help bridge those gaps and just do a little bit extra.
They come in and say, how can we help? So a big thing during the pandemic, you know, our gate was closed for a year. People couldn't leave. I mean, they could go to doctor's appointments, but that was about it. So communicating with families, they bought us tablets so that we could do video chats.
The foundation relies on community support. So to help further their mission, Eastern's Automotive Group wanted to lend a hand.
This is part of a segment we do every month called Road to a Better Community, sponsored by Eastern's Automotive. So we want to bring in Joel Bassam, president of Eastern's Automotive, because he has a little surprise for all of you. Joel?
That's right. We were brought this amazing story by a friend of mine named Pac McNamee, and he shared the story and we were touched by it. We wanted to donate $2,000 to the foundation so you guys can continue to support these amazing veterans and all the things that they've done.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
They're supporting the people that have supported us and our country and kept us safe, and it's a great thing that they do, and the fact that the entire military community supports this home is something that not a lot of people know about, and I was touched to hear it, but I understand that that doesn't necessarily meet all the needs that need to be met, and so people like us that were able to help, it's easy for us to do it and we want to.
Everything the Old Soldiers Home Foundation does is in support of our nation's veterans, because they are the ones who selflessly sacrifice for their country, and their legacy will always be a part of our history.
I describe the history, the real history is the living history here of the residents. You sit and chat with them about what they lived through in their service to the country, and it's like a history book that comes alive.
For more information on Eastern Automotive Group's Road to a Better Community initiative, visit WUSA9.com/bettercommunity. While you're there, you can also get involved by nominating a community member or local organization that is helping to improve our community.